Let's talk about the weekly recap. I'm Ryan Buehler, and I'm here with Doubtful.
Hello.
And this is the sixth episode in this series, I do believe, where each week we sit down and talk about all the movies and or series that we watched during the past week. This week we do have quite a bit to talk about. There was a couple movies that I saw that were a little bit older that I'm going to probably save for another time. I watched My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, the end of Evangelion, and Sucker Punch. Those will probably be in a video down the line. But for this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the girl with the dragon tattoo, Judas and the Black Messiah, Nomadland, and Minari. I'm going to start off with the girl with the dragon tattoo because I watched that. Doubtful watched that a while ago, so he doesn't really remember too much. I just wanted to real quick give my thoughts on that because I've heard great things. It's directed by David Fincher. It's on Netflix, and it's based off of a novel series. And I had high hopes, but because it came out in 2011, people don't really talk about it as much anymore. So I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting into. And it is a really long movie. It's around 3 hours long. So that's kind of an intimidating length. But I finally sat down and watched it. And this movie was absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for a crime whodunit mystery film with Daniel Craig, it's absolutely fantastic. I loved everything about this movie. Maybe there was some slow moments, but that's usually what you're going to get with a 3-hour-long movie. But the mystery, the suspense, it was perfection. Hold on, I'm forgetting the lead girl's name. Rooney Mara plays the lead. Lisbeth Salander. She is the perfect badass female protagonist that I've ever seen. I never got a feminist pushed motive for this movie in any way. She was just a badass for being a badass. It wasn't because she was a woman or not a woman. She was just awesome. She was clever. She was intimidating. It was just a really satisfying movie. And when I'm looking for whenever I have problems with female characters who have political motives, I'm always you can do a good female protagonist without doing that. And this is a perfect example of that. And you will definitely understand if you see the movie. She's absolutely fantastic. And watching Daniel Craig kind of be on the sidelines almost, and he's James Bond right now. It's kind of crazy, but it's a fantastic mystery thriller. Definitely go check it out if you're a David Fincher fan. That's all I'm going to say about that. We can move on to Judas and the Black Messiah. That came out on HBO Max last week.
Also in theaters.
And it's in theaters also, but I'm sure none of you are going to theaters. But yeah, it is available in theaters. Judas and the Black Messiah. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one because you watched it more recently.
Judas and the Black Messiah is a 2021 film directed by Shaka Kane. It stars Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya. Jesse Plemons, a bunch.
Yeah.
And it's based on the real events of the 1969 Black Panther Party.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Fred Hampton, which was the leader of the Black Panther Party.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to say this because it's Letterboxd and it says it. If it says it in the description for Letterboxd, I'm allowed, right?
I guess so. I guess potential reveals? I don't know. I'm not looking at the summary on Letterboxd.
It says,
go ahead.
The story of Fred Hampton, deputy chairman of the National Black Panther Party, who was assassinated in 1969 by a Cook County
Oh, okay, I got you.
Of the FBI. See, yeah,
It's because I didn't know that going into the movie, but it's based off of history, so it's not really a spoiler. So it happened. Yeah.
Was interested in the history and is shocked.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Um,
I thought that
yeah, go
everything
ahead.
about the movie was pretty like solid. The
Mm-hmm.
performances were very solid.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
the way like story was structured, like the writing wise and cinematography, I thought.
Yeah.
But what kills it for me is like especially Lakeith Stanfield, who
Mm-hmm.
we know from Get Out,
Yeah.
who played Bill O'Neill, which he absolutely like. This is how committed the actor was. He does not believe in anything this dude did or
Okay.
anything,
Uh-huh.
but he played the character so well. And like all like you see like in emotions, like when he sees like someone else, like see him at the Black Panther party, like the
Mm-hmm.
especially Jesse Plemons' like character who was like Roy Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like a bunch of like emotions, like so much emotions just going through like his eyes and like his head.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty solid. And Daniel Kaluuya, we know him from Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
I think he killed it in this role as well.
Yeah. I definitely
Overall,
agree.
overall, I thought performances were solid and carried the movie, and just overall,
Yeah,
the
it's
story was
definitely
kinda empowering.
it's a movie carried by its performances. It was pretty cool seeing some stars that we've seen before. I recognized the football player from Euphoria was in this. I was like, wow, look at that. That's pretty crazy.
Jake Winters, yeah, he played.
That was cool.
Ellen.
And there was another actor in this movie who was in the movie The Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. So it was pretty cool recognizing people. But yeah, I think everybody did a great job with their performances. It was a great story. I think my personal favorite part of this movie was the portrayal of the Black Panther Party, because usually whenever they are brought up in movies, they're usually very hostile and seen as this force. But this movie really focused on like humanizing them in a way, and I thought that was good, because they were just people and they believed in these things, and kind of showcasing their mentality and why they
It's a
believed in
very
this
relevant
stuff.
movie.
Yeah. Um,
It was cool to see like a bunch of different parties just randomly come together in the movie,
yeah, that was cool.
all for
Because
one cause.
they joined that. I don't remember what group it was, that the group with the Confederate flag. They kind of rallied alongside of him, which I was kind of surprised by. I thought that was a pretty cool scene, seeing him kind
The
of like
music was
convince him.
pretty good as well.
Yeah. Overall, it was a good movie. Um, all the speeches in the movie were definitely really powerful, and you could feel like it's almost like you were in the room. You can feel the energy. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
That may be all.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's on HBO Max. Go check it out. We can move on to Nomadland. That came out this week on Hulu.
Came out last week in theaters, I think.
Came out last week, but
In
we're allowed to
theaters,
see it in
and
yeah.
Hulu.
And it's directed by Chloe Zhao. Zhao?
Zao.
Zhao.
Who's directing the upcoming Eternals.
Yes, I saw that. I was pretty cool.
Got a little
So-
indie darling right here.
Yeah, this movie, it won awards, or it's nominated for a lot of awards.
It's nominated for, at the moment, the Golden Globes. Like Best
Okay, it's a
Drama.
Golden Globes, yeah.
Uh,
If you don't know what Nomadland is, I'm going to read the Letterboxd description. It's a woman in her 60s embarks on a journey through the western United States after losing everything in the Great Recession, living as a van-dwelling modern-day nomad. Because this is the story based off of a true story? I know, like, the fact
I'm
that
pretty
these
sure
people
they said
were.
it was a true story as well.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't remember seeing it saying it was based off a true story. I know that this happened. This was a real thing that happened. I wasn't sure if the character was real or not. But I think this was an interesting movie. It's very visual. It's very
It's like
they're
a warm,
like
cozy feeling.
the beginning of the movie. They're really, I guess for the overall movie, there wasn't a lot of dialogue. The main character is really like closed off from people, really kind of short with conversations. She keeps to herself for the most part, and it really just gives you this view into a life of somebody being a nomad, living in their van, driving around the country, and kind of giving you that. It's I always like movies that allow you to be in other people's shoes and experience life like someone completely different from you. That's one of my favorite parts of movies is being able to experience all of these different lives and experiences that a lot of people live by. But we gotta talk about the lead,
God,
Francis McDormand.
I think it's
Franz.
Francis.
I don't know. I don't know.
Butchering that shit.
But yeah,
Adam
she's
Sandler.
a fantastic actress. I need to see more movies with her.
She was a 2-time Oscar winner, probably 3-time after this
Yeah,
movie.
after this movie, yeah, she definitely gave a very real performance. I don't know. It's
it was a
definitely
warm, cozy movie to me.
yeah.
Like everything felt chilled. A little too chill for me, but
because there's a lot of like long sequences of being in the same spot, like long shots, just really like experiencing the daily life. It's a slow moving movie because it's just showing life. It's not jumping around all these exciting moments. It's just showcasing life. But I think overall it was really good. It reminded me a lot of the movie Into the Wild that came out in the 2010s. It was based off of a novelization of the real true story of the main character. Kind of going out on the road, living in a bus, experiencing nature and all that stuff. And meeting all these people along the road, and I don't know that this movie reminded me a lot of that movie, and I really liked Into the Wild. So if you like that movie, check out Nomadland or vice versa. Both great movies. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
All right. Cool. So we can move on to Minari. We actually just got done watching the movie virtually on A24's official website. This was as soon as I heard about this movie, A24, it hooked me right then and there. That's all I needed to know. I wasn't even sure exactly what this movie was about going into it. Because I watched it with my brother Alex while we watched it, and he asked me what the movie was about, and I told him I didn't know, but we sat down. The movie is majority in Korean, so it's subtitled, just so you know. But yeah, I'll read the description on Letterboxd. It's the 1980s, and David, a 7-year-old Korean-American boy, is faced with new surroundings and a different way of life with his father Jacob. When his father Jacob moves their family from the West Coast to the rural Arkansas, his mother Monica is against that. What the heck? What is aghast that? I'm confused. I didn't know that's a word. Aghast? Okay. That they live in a mobile home in the middle of nowhere, and naughty little David and his sister are bored and aimless when his equally mischievous grandmother arrives from Korea to live with them. Yeah. So this movie is directed by Lee Isaac Chung, and it stars Steven Yeun from The Walking Dead, and he's done plenty of other things. So, Doubtful, your thoughts on this movie?
Very very family oriented, and shows the American dream at its core, and what you have to do for family.
Mm-hmm. This movie just,
foreigners.
even though it's like really like what they're going through is very stressful, trying to make a living, trying to make money, trying to start this farm so Jacob can support his family, but it was really just heartwarming, really enjoyable. The relationship between the son David and the grandmother, their relationship was really entertaining. David overall was very entertaining, very funny, very he had a lot of emotions on his face. He reacted really great to things. It was just really humorous whenever he was on screen. It was just, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a wonderful experience. Yeah.
I don't want to give too much.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. If you're looking for a heartwarming movie and you're okay with reading subtitles, then you need to check this movie out. A24 proving that they know when to pick a movie up. This is just also another great one.
Nominee.
Yeah, another big one. Very glad that we got to watch this movie. I was worried we weren't going to be able to get tickets to this, but there was extra seats that opened up, and I was able to get us a spot. So it was a great experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody. Yeah. We can real quick. I did watch the Euphoria first special. That's all about Rue, and she's talking to her sponsor in that diner for the whole episode. I really enjoyed that episode. It was really self-contained. It was just really just actors acting, telling the story. It was good to get some...
Domingo Coleman's character.
Yeah. He was... Yeah, definitely. Was awesome.
He was like a wise, father figure to Zendaya's Rue, and he was real too. He was like not giving her bullshit.
Yeah, definitely. It was everything about Euphoria. I love. It's such a great show.
Another A24.
Another A24, proving how great of a company that they are. Yeah, it was a great episode. I was happy to get some more closure from the finale of the first season. So it was nice to see the continuation of the story. And I'm really stoked to see the newest episode. Yeah, the next special, all about
get more closure
Jules.
To, her character specifically.
These,
character-based episode. I think that's the last one, part 2, and then season 2 might come out.
Okay. Yeah, I saw some ad about Euphoria season 2 looking for actors somewheres. Do we want to talk about WandaVision, or are we just going to save the rest of WandaVision for a special video?
Do you want to save the rest of WandaVision, or you want to briefly talk about WandaVision?
I guess we can briefly, if you're okay with briefly talking about it. With this episode, after it was over, I was personally let down. I was like, I had built up expectations for this episode that we were going to get reveals. And it kind of disappointed me. But after taking a closer look, my brother Tyler researched some of the character names and certain things and figured out a lot about the episode, which kind of blew my mind, and realized that there was a lot more revealed than I thought.
What are you talking about, Agatha?
Yeah, Agatha, she's like this witch. She has like the same abilities as Scarlet Witch, and the fact that they're part of this unique group of witches that they with like the whole multiverse. and whenever you go to a different multiverse, there's like the characters change and stuff. These witches, they never change no matter what multiverse you go to. They're the same exact person. And the whole thing about the Nexus, that was the commercial break during the episode. And that is like the world between the multiverse and parallel universes. And people are saying that the basement at the end of the episode is the Nexus. And that's they're setting up the multiverse.
The multiverse was always set up since Quicksilver showing up.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea about Quicksilver.
Spoiler warning, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put up something about spoiler warning.
Yeah, I mean, it's WandaVision episode.
But if you've been following the series, shouldn't have to worry about anything. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Quicksilver now that he's kind of like on Agatha's side. Agatha was the one that brought him there. So I don't know what that means, whether that's just something to play on her emotions or if that really is
Wanda
Evan Peters.
That's the actual Quicksilver.
Yeah. So I have no idea. This episode like gave us information, but like still we don't know exactly what's going on. I really liked the Modern Family aesthetic of it. I like that format. I gave us some Office references of like the references. Interviewing and looking at the camera. That was cool. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do for the next episode, because what really came out in the 2010s, there's not really any kind of format. But I'm sure they'll probably come up with something.
It might be pure MCU.
Yeah, probably.
I think we're done with the sitcom. Wanda's getting through shit now.
Yeah, because everything is changing. She's losing control over everything.
Well, she's mind controlled now, right? Like, because that's what they put in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll
I
have to
wonder where
wait
Vision
and see.
went.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Throughout the whole episode, I was like, "Where the hell is Quicksilver? He's just disappeared, right?"
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about where Quicksilver was because there's an end credit scene of the episode. Because I didn't know that. Until I saw it on Instagram, and then I went back and watched the end credit scene. It's just a small thing, but yeah, it's there. Yeah.
It'll be a bigger WandaVision video.
Yeah, well, we'll sit down once we can. Once the show's completed, we can sit down and talk about everything that happened and how it all connects. And
how do you feel about the show so far? Now that we're 7 episodes in,
I'm loving it. I really hope that there's some like big things that start happening. I'm kind of like we're at the point where we're tired of getting hints at things. I just want us to be there. I want us to know what's going on. So they've been beating around the bush for 6 episodes?
It's slow paced and storytelling though, and I think it's very effective, and this is probably one of my favorite things MCU's put out.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I love the format, creative. The style. Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany. They're doing a fantastic job being the leads in their own series. And it's a perfect way of kicking off the Marvel series.
Usually when they announce these shows, like I was like more MCU shows, because I think MCU movies have a little bit of a formula. You know, sometimes they get very samey.
Yeah.
And with the pure focus that they can do whatever the hell they want, I'm excited for the future of MCU shows more than movies at this point.
Yeah.
Especially for Falcon and Winter Soldier, because that looks like something on its own. Like, something changing like Winter Soldier.
It's definitely not going to be on the same level as WandaVision, but I'm super excited for it.
I think Falcon and Winter Soldier will be probably a more entertaining show to.
Yeah, because going with Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie.
WandaVision is for the weirdos.
Yeah, the more artsy kind of people. It's definitely a weird show. It definitely completely destroys the formula that we've seen with the Marvel movies thus far. So it's definitely out of the blue. Yeah, I love it too. Yeah, I think that's it for this week.
I don't think any movie news happened. Oh, Mortal Kombat trailer.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. The only I never played the Mortal Kombat game, so like I don't really know exactly what's going on. And I never watch any of the old movies. I definitely plan on watching the old movies, whether they're good or bad. I don't care. I'm gonna watch them before this new one comes out. But I'm excited for this movie. I think it could be a lot of fun with the violence and stuff like that, and the unique characters and stuff like that. But I was kind of let down by some of the visuals that were shown in the trailer. I was kind of expecting like 2021 level special effects, and there were a couple moments in the trailer where I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't as convincing as I thought. But I mean, it's a trailer. It's still they're probably still tweaking
like,
stuff.
Goro and the dragon, the flaming dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those are really good, and then the trailer did get kind of cheesy at a point where it's just like, I'm this character, I'm that character, I'm this character.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I already know all the characters because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I played.
So, are you excited for this movie?
Am I excited? Yeah, it'll be stupid, and I'll love it.
Yeah,
Am I
Go
what? Hyped?
I was gonna say, are you like hopeful for what we're gonna? Are you like expecting it to be like better than the old movies? Are you expecting a solid movie, or are you just expecting?
I hope it's better than the older movies. The older movies are not good.
Yeah.
But all you really need is blood, gore, and actual fighting, and then that's make an entertaining movie. I don't give a shit if it's good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, same
just
thing.
Punch for 2 hours, please.
Yes.
I don't need anything. I don't need anything.
We need some cool visuals, and cool fight scenes, some exciting music, explosions. That's all we want.
That's it.
Leave the characters to A24 movies. Yeah, that's it.
Character development to people who care.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week. There's some stuff coming out next week that we'll talk about, and there's definitely some big stuff happening in March. So we're gonna see a lot of stuff coming out. Hopefully we can bring some cool videos to you guys. Yeah. So
next week we'll have a special guest, possibly.
Possibly. We'll see what happens. Okay, so this has been Ryan Buehler.
I'm Doubtful.
Doubtful, and yeah, you guys have a great week, and go and go watch some movies. Have a good one.